Well, President Biden has signed into law a bill that could result in social media app TikTok banned from America unless it divests from its parent company, ByteDance.
Well, lawmakers have cited national security concerns over its connection to China. The TikTok is expected to take its fight to the court, arguing that the move would violate freedom of speech. Benji Heyer reports.
On this vote, the yeas are 79, the nays are 18.
This is the moment. The 21st Century Peace Through Security Act, as it's named, passed by the Senate. The end of a political, technological, financial, ethical saga and the start of another. Lawmakers first greenlit the bill overwhelmingly in the House. Representative Jeff Jackson is the most followed congressman on TikTok. He abstained from that vote.
I like this app. I've been able to reach a lot of people and hear directly from them, and it's been great. I'm also in Congress, and I've been a part of some briefings about this app that were genuinely alarming. When I was reading the bill, the part I agreed with was the part that tries to force a sale, because I figured this would just be a better app if we didn't have to worry about the stuff that comes with it being potentially controlled by an adversarial government.
The bill's authors describe TikTok as a spy balloon in Americans' phones. They allege that its parent company, ByteDance, is subservient to China, that it could be used as a propaganda tool or a way to harvest user data, claims TikTok and Beijing deny. TikTok insists ByteDance is not an agent of China or any other country. This new law means ByteDance will have no more than a year to sell its stake in the app, or else face a US-wide ban. TikTok's now expected to kick off a legal battle, arguing the law is unconstitutional. It says a potential ban would trample free speech for its 170 million American users. Civil rights groups fear a dangerous precedent could be set.
The United States has very strong protections for freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, and having this sort of ban on a company's ability to do business on such, spurious national security basis, it really raises profound First Amendment issues. I think that we're likely to see, years of litigation challenging not just the power of Congress and the president to ban TikTok in this one case, but the sort of basis that can be used to claim that any company poses a national security threat simply by the fact that it's popular and has a large user base.
Trump or Biden?
Are you kidding?
Then there's this paradox. President Biden wants to ban the app only months after he signed up to the platform in a bid to secure more support from younger voters ahead of November's election.
Well, I think it's wishful thinking as well as hypocrisy for politicians to use this app to pass this legislation and then to assume that the company will just be sold off. We live in an increasingly multipolar world, and the assumption that the U.S. can simply regulate any company that it wants simply because it isn't owned over here and that concerns them, I think that's not a sustainable model. I worry that this is going to backfire, and that instead of showing the power that the U.S. has to regulate a company like TikTok, it will actually show that, at the end of the day, the U.S. market isn't as important as maintaining control of a, gigantic global platform like TikTok itself.
So what if ByteDance doesn't sell, but the US ban is upheld in court? Well, then there'd be major questions for the administration over how this bill is actually imposed. Would the app disappear from phones overnight, or would future downloads and updates be blocked, leading to an incremental loss of accounts over time? It's far easier to pass this law than to enforce it.
The White House and Silicon Valley must also brace for potential retaliation by Beijing. China's already ordered Apple to remove Meta's WhatsApp and Threads from its app store in the country, a hint at a wider possible crackdown on American firms. Benji Heyer, CNA, Washington.